Then Cuffy called them, and they all went down to the kitchen and had a strange, interesting supper of shredded wheat with brown sugar and condensed milk on it, hot cocoa, canned peaches, and cookies that tasted of cardboard box. The kitchen was bigger and higher than the one at home, and the stove had a sort of black metal canopy over it, very royal. Out of doors the wind howled and the rain lashed, and right in the middle of supper the lights went out. It was wonderful. The children loved it. "Blackout! Take cover, men! The Messerschmitts are overhead!" hissed Rush dramatically. "Guess a wire's blew down somewheres," said Willie's voice. "That's right. I wonder if it often happens in storms out here," said Father. "Come on, Willie. There are some candles in a box in the front room. Help me find them, will you?" In springing to obey, Willie fell over a packing case and smashed 2 jelly glasses and the kitchen teapot. "Nobody move," Cuffy ordered the children like a policeman. "I don't want nobody getting cut on glass. Soon's we'll have a light, I'll clean it up." They all sat in the dark and went on with their supper. "It's interesting eating in the dark," Randy remarked. "Things taste different. They taste more." Oliver just sat quiet with his plate in his lap. It was dark. It was strange. There they all were together inside the fortress. Outside in the enemy night, the foe pressed toward the house. Nazis, Iroquois Indians, pirates, robbers, it didn't matter which. All 4 probably. When they got too real, he put out a cautious hand, and sure enough, there was Cuffy beside him. The enemy sank back, affrighted. Father and Willie reappeared with lighted candles in their hands. They were like naturalists returning with rare orchids from the jungle. There was a quiet pride about them. At that very instant, the lights came on again. "Have you ever noticed how the sun comes out if you carry an umbrella on a cloudy day?" said Father. After supper, they all had baths in the 2 new bathrooms. They all brushed their teeth over the new basins. Each said good night and padded into his new, paint-smelling bedroom. Randy lay in her own old bed that she was used to. It was still raining. She could hear it, and there were drops on the window. A light came and went among the tossing branches. From Willie Sloper's room above the stable, perhaps. Maybe it was going to be nice living in the country after all. Delightful facts and probabilities floated in confusion through her mind. In bad storms, the lights went out. There were woods to explore. Her room had a window seat, a real window seat, where she could curl up and read, just like a girl in a book plate. And there was a stable. Maybe they could find something alive to keep in it. Maybe there were hickory nut trees. She thought she smelled them. Maybe there was a brook. She thought she heard one. And on top of the house there was a cupola, a tiny turret with 4 long windows looking east and north and west and south. Tomorrow she would explore it all for the first time. The first time was the refrain that sang through Randy's thoughts tonight, instead of the last time, as it had been this afternoon. Wind and rain lapped the house in a deep ocean of sound and movement. Glass rattled in the windows, and someplace far away something banged from time to time, a shutter probably. Cuffy, hollow-cheeked without her teeth, tiptoed from room to room, adjusting windows and pulling blankets up under chins. At last, every light was out, every room was still. The house was full of sleep. It was beginning to be home.